Hey guys, and welcome back to Sonic Adventure 2. In this part, it's the president of San Francisco. The president of San
President of
Francisco.
San
San
Francisco.
Francisco.
I'm sorry, but there's no way the president of let's just say America Land would be driving in a limousine about like 1,000 police cars behind him, which is why the notion that Tails just gets right behind his car in the previous level is hilarious to me.
No, I'm just imagining the president driving his own limo to the White House, and then he's getting really annoyed at this Fox kid tailgating him the entire time. Also, when did Eggman become Dr. Octopus?
Here's my question. Okay, if you're, like a really important figure and, you might get attacked by villains like, say, Dr. Eggman here, why would you drive the most unwieldy vehicle in the universe?
He's got to have style.
Because he's the president.
Also, isn't the secretary in the president's car like one of the menu people that you can have?
Yeah,
For
for
some
some
reason.
fucking reason.
Okay, okay, here's a question. Who do you guys have narrate your menus in Adventure 2? Mine is Shadow, because I'm a fanboy. I admit it.
No one.
You want to know something? Okay, looking at this scene from a modern mentality, my first thought is fan fiction. And that wouldn't have been true at the time. That would not have been true at the time because fan fiction had not taken off.
Well, no,
At this point-
it would be fan
God.
fiction if Sonic became best friends with the president.
Louis, that is amazing! In this scene, Sonic jumps into the president's limo and takes the important information about where Dr. Eggman's going.
No, but it's the exact sort of Gary Stu situation
Oh my
that
Christ, that
fan
is
fiction
amazing.
writers would write up. Like, even if they're like actually good at the writing portion, a lot of fan fiction writers still fall into those scenarios, and that is the exact kind of scene they would have written. The hero bursts in on the authority figure, acts all badass, and this is okay because they're the protagonist of the story, even though any other person would have been slapped in the face at
The only
best.
the only way you can make it better is that at the end of the game, Sonic ran for presidency. Which really,
At this rate, Sonic's gonna become president.
No.
President.
You see, what has to happen is he has to, do a musical number in written form, mind you. This is a thing in fan fiction. He has to like stand up on the table and do a musical number, and
We've all seen
Yeah.
Sonic Underground. Big
which is
deal.
like, no, you know what? That might be the plot synopsis for a Sonic Boom episode at some point.
No, Sonic's okay. He
Dreamboat
and Shadow
Express!
send their selfie to the president, and then they're
no,
good.
no. But you see, if a Sonic Boom episode did that, it would be a joke. If a fan fiction does it, it's because the person doing it is
It's
supposed to be
complete-
awesome and sexy.
Yeah,
Well,
and they're
I
playing
would-
it completely fucking seriously.
I mean, I would just say the thing about that, apart from us, Lewis, I would never be able to unsee fanfiction now. But for me, that scene has the worst dialogue editing together. Because, like, the way, like, the president's like, what's going on? Then Sonic's just, like, rambling
It's
about his
that
plan.
you know
while
what
the
it
president's still
mostly is.
speaking.
It's the sound mixing, and Sonic
dumb.
SA2's sound mixing is not great. Like the
It's-
music
no,
will
cri-
overplay everything. I do think it makes sense that the president wouldn't care about what Sonic's saying and be like, "What the fuck are you doing in here, you blue prick?" But it makes it
Ted,
hard
you
to
saying-
understand.
You saying the sound mixing is not great is still being far too kind.
Yeah.
How terrible the sound
Okay,
mixing in
I
this
say
game
that
is.
because for some reason the port on HD consoles somehow made it worse, and I didn't even think that was possible. So
No, wait, it's weird. The port in HD, it's like it made it in some aspects better, in some aspects worse. I think the sound mixing of the music got slightly better, but the characters talk over each other more now. For some weird reason.
The thing is that for the most part you can understand what everybody's saying, which is why I say that it's still like to me it would be legit terrible if like it was so bad that you couldn't understand what was going on, and you can clearly
I'll be honest.
understand.
In the first Knuckles Rouge Eggman cutscene, the music is so fucking loud, and Scott Dreyer is so quiet as Knuckles.
Yeah, you can't
that
understand him.
He's hard to hear. He's so hard to hear in that first cutscene.
like in when Sonic and Shadow first meet.
Oh yeah, you can't hear him say, "My name is
You can't
Shadow."
hear it. My name is Shadow.
My name's
But what it is that all the cutscenes and dialogue are synced with the Japanese voice acting.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it feels as if when dubbing the English dialogue, They just gave them proper starting points, but didn't consider how disjointed it would all feel when everything is wrapped up.
They needed to edit it again, and for what it's worth, like one of the more famous ones is the "I'll make you eat those words," but I do like that Sonic cuts Shadow off there because I don't think he'd let him finish because Sonic's a prick. So
yeah. Why I oughta?
Can I just say something totally unrelated to the sound design? I always thought the badniks in the adventure games were really underwhelming in terms of their graphical design.
They're too small. Is the
yeah?
big,
You can barely see the goddamn things.
I like that they're in Eggman's levels. I do think like Coconuts it should be bigger. And
I like that they drop animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Coconuts being bigger, that's a thing, because in the Genesis games, wasn't he actually as big as Sonic? And now he's just like...
Say what you will about the Green Hill level, but the Caterpillars and the Motobugs are actually, like, huge. So, you know, they get that. They get that a little bit better than these stages get the badniks.
There's no charm in these badniks, and that's a shame because Eggman's actual stage design kind of has charm. And by which I mean it has his face everywhere.
There would be charm if they were bigger.
How can the government not find his secret base when he's outside a fucking pyramid with his face on everything? How dumb is GUN?
Yeah, it's only missing a giant neon Eggman sign above the pyramid.
That says, "Here's my base."
Well, no, he's got neon signs inside the pyramid, so there might be.
Yeah, inside the pyramid.
That might be outside too. Who knows? Also, in order to A-rank the stage, you have to go through these rings, which kept me from A-ranking it a lot as a kid because I never knew you would get points by doing that. So, I missed one.
Yeah.
No. Also, trying to run on these walls is
stop trying to physics.
Well, trying to run on the walls is just really finicky for some reason.
Oh yeah.
Radical.
But this is, this is probably, I would say, the most linear stage in the game. But I still think it's a lot of fun, and it has what I think is one of the most underrated tracks in the game. Pyramid, it's Keys the Ruin. I think I love this song. It is.
I like the music. It just not entirely a fan on Pyramid Gate design.
I like SA2 soundtrack, but this is I wouldn't say it's a source of contention, but it's SA2.
I did it, John.
Yay!
I got my Gamma amiibo. Yeah.
SA2 has a odd stylistic choice for the music. Where in pretty much every other Sonic game, the music is designed to fit the stage, its surroundings, the aesthetics, what have you. For SA2, the music it's catered more towards which character you're playing, not necessarily where you are. Which not in every situation.
No,
but
like this one does have like an Egyptian-y kind of.
Yeah, kind of. But I mean, like, you know, like Green Forest doesn't scream forest, Metal Harbor doesn't scream military base. You know, it's just kind of like fun action music. And like, I'm not. A lot of the music's fine. I'm not a big fan of the Tails and Eggman tracks.
I will argue with you there. But
well, Ted, you used to being wrong, so shut up.
Okay.
But like, it's weird that I kind of wish this had stuck to the. It fits for the level.
Well, no, I'd say that most of them do fit for the level. Like, because again, Green Forest, that's not just a forest. That's a forest that's about to explode in 5 minutes, and the track really fits for that. I will agree. I do like how unified the songs are for characters, though. Like each, not.
There is a heavier emphasis on metal and rock in SA2 compared to SA1, which I use as a point of contention because I mean, I could listen to some tracks individually, but as a soundtrack, as an entire package, I don't think it beats out SA1.
Same, yeah. I love how varied SA1 is.
Yeah.
Music is subjective to me, and
it is subjective, and you know, SA2 does have some variety.
It's subjective, and subjectively, I prefer the music to be based on the setting rather than the characters. So that's just me.
But the thing is, Ted, when you get to like SA2 has some styles, but it's like rock, techno rock, rap, and jazz. Whereas SA1 has a lot more varied types of music.
I really like this style of music, so I don't have an issue.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's subjective.
Just you're fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's like you're wrong.
Let me put it this way: a lot of people like Godsmack, and just listening to the music of Prince of Persia: Warrior Within, I really like the sound of the music. when I'm actually playing the game, Prince of Persia Warrior Within, I'm specifically talking about, the music itself is so unfitting that I can't stand it.
Well, no track is really super unfitting in this game, though. It's not.
Well, yeah,
nothing is Rise
what
of
the-
Lyric blowing up the village with the flute melodies playing.
What the fuck is with the spinning Eggman neon signs around the goalpost? Did Eggman just designate this spot in his base as, okay, all of the stuff, all of the loop-de-loops before that, Sonic's gonna run through it, so this is gonna be where I fight him.
This is Eggman, so probably, yeah.
He's in the middle of building a pyramid casino.
So essentially, what we've learned is that Ryan thinks Hero has the best soundtrack.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I might actually even agree with that, because Sonic Heroes has some
No,
really great
I
music.
disagree.
No, almost. Okay, I'm gonna say something. Okay, major confession here, and I know everyone is gonna hate me forever, but I don't care much for the adventure soundtracks.
Get out.
Like,
Lewis,
at all.
you're
out,
dead.
Lewis.
Lewis, you're dead to me.
It's bad enough you were late for this recording. Now you fucking
no,
say that
there's
shit. Fuck you.
There's a point to clarify. Okay, everyone talks about the vocals. I came to the Sonic Adventure series way after these styles of music were dated.
Well, no, I don't
Like,
you know.
Actually, yeah, I was like, to content with you there, Lewis. The vocal tracks are actually some of my least favorite tracks in Adventure and Adventure 2.
And let's be fair, the vocal tracks were dated back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
it depends on the track for me. Like, some vocal tracks, like particularly the Crush 40 ones, I think are some of the best tracks in the
Fuck yes.
game. But like Amy's theme or you know, whatever, like, yeah.
Like, if I'm going back to listen to Sonic Adventure soundtrack, it ain't, you know, was it, fuck, I don't even remember the name of the damn character themes most of them, besides Sonic's, it doesn't matter. And,
It's
like
like,
Lazy
yeah,
Days,
for
Lazy
every
Paradise.
for every escape from the city, there's probably two. Well, Amy's theme is the big one for me because I actually do like Flying the Freedom.
I like My Sweet Passion. Hey, that Sphinx look cute. She had to shave it, right?
Oh
Yeah.
god, this kind of level design in the treasure hunting stages I really hate, because basically these secret rooms exist like in their own plane. You can't really get a radar blip outside of them. Which
No, you
means
can't
every
out of.
time
It depends. It depends. Some of them warp you to an area completely elsewhere in the level, and some of them have a secret room like right next to them. It's bizarre.
But here's the problem with it though. Okay, when you go into half the time, most of the time, in fact, you have to actually go into the secret room to see if your radar blips while you're in there. You can't just run past it, notice that your radar isn't blipping, and then move on. You have to waste time.
The most I think you'll get
going
with
in.
those secret room keys is you'll get a green blip.
Maybe yellow, if in some cases.
Maybe yellow.
Yeah,
If you're
it's,
extremely lucky.
yeah. Also, is it just me, or in this level and Rouge's equivalent level, is the fact that you're looking for white stuff as opposed to green stuff, that doesn't just mess me up too, right? Like, I'm always looking for emerald shards, and then I forget I need to look for keys.
when you're looking around for the keys, yeah, you don't tend to see them at first. Like, your eyes could slide right past a key that your radar is not pointing you toward.
They do glow slightly, but I'm looking at my radar blipping more than the actual object. But
Yeah.
going back into the soundtrack, actually, Death Chamber is actually my favorite Knuckles theme.
Nah. You know what?
See a stone. I'm glad I don't call this home.
I would say I would agree with you if there was no lyrics at all.
Oh, we talking about the lyrics, the best. You're damn right, Knuckles.
Right, Knuckles. That's the reason this game is rated E10 and up for mild.
This game came out before the E10 rating.
No, but Ted, when you get the HD download remix they did, it comes up with the rating first. It makes me laugh every time. Rating E10 for mild lyrics.
Like, yeah.
What the fuck does that mean? There's some singing. There's a little bit of singing in this game. Not a lot, but there's some mild lyrics.
Okay, man, you know, that just shows how 90s the game was, because back then, you know, parents were making a really big deal about musical lyrics.
It was
Like,
rap specifically, because rap is
yeah,
going
at
to
the
ruin the
time.
children's.
Yeah, so at the time, you know, that meant something to parents. Like, that phrase specifically meant a certain thing that was topical. Now, no, it makes no sense. Nobody knows what that...
when
Yeah,
6 out of the top 10 songs are rap songs, then no, you can't really say it's ruining the children's, because the children's are still being Where the hell is the goddamn... Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there.
So it's weird because the song saying "you're damn right." I think was that only in the soundtrack version, or was that?
Yeah, it's only in the official soundtrack
no,
version.
it's also not the only Knuckles song to have "damn" in it, because the SA2 version of Knuckles' theme, unknown from ME, it has "damn." It's like something something, the damn thing funny. My philosophy, my knuckles and feet, shrieking like.
Yeah. The opening cutscene is the opening, I guess, with this game, Sega they almost pulled a Shadow the Hedgehog a few years beforehand, because in there's versions of the opening cutscene when Sonic's busting up in the helicopter, and when the helicopter pilot goes, "What the Hedgehog's taking everybody on board? What in the world?" Apparently, that original line was, "What the hell is going on?"
Really?
Sega was like, "Oh, that's a bit too adult for us."
We're not ready for Shadow the Hedgehog yet. You put
we're
that.
not ready for aliens and
Put that in the zip file. We'll bring it back later.
You know what that probably was? It was probably a Japanese localization team, as in not actually a Native American English speaking localization team, but a localization team that learned their English in Japan, where that phrase means practically nothing.
I also like how Ted was trying to express his anger towards Omochao by stating the incredibly fucking obvious after he got hit by a trap. But Ted fumbling around for that key, for the first key, is precisely why SA2 Battle added that red exclamation point. Wasn't there in the.
It's not.
That wasn't there in the. It wasn't there in the original Dreamcast release.
Not?
They added that for Battle.
That's.
Wait, so how would you ever find the emerald pieces that you have to dig for then?
You just keep digging until you find it.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I remember that.
And to be fair, SA1 also had that problem when it came to digging for stuff with the shovel claw.
I could have
did,
sworn that
it
SA. Wait, I only played DX version. Did they add a similar exclamation point into the DX?
No, I don't think they did.
Which, again, I think the biggest issue with Knuckles. Oh, good, huge black hole. Thanks for that. That's really narrows it down. But the thing that to me. And again, it's a common complaint that everyone brings up is the fact that you can the radar only works for one at a time. Who the fuck thought that was a good idea?
Yeah, and you know what? This level makes it worse because those secret secret rooms that I mentioned before. The secret rooms that I mentioned before. Yeah, you have to go into them for every single emerald shard to see if it blips.
And granted, it's not like the emerald piece or key in this case is not there until the radar starts pointing it out. It's just, why the fuck can I stare at an emerald piece and my radar not react to it whatsoever?
Here's the thing about that. I'm not saying this is smart design, but you see, if you get an emerald piece you get a perfect score bonus. Yeah. So if you manage to find
I don't want this level to take 7 hours.
Honestly, what I think they should have done was they should have done what they do for the hard mode levels and had all the emeralds be in the same spots. I think would have been the way to do it, and to have different versions of the levels in the... Because one thing I do like about SA2 is that the alternate versions of the levels, like the 5 different missions, you get to add a lot of playtime and content if you want to go for 100%. But I think that they should have saved the different spots they could be hidden for those extra missions, and instead they should have just had the main mission have all of the keys be in the same spot every single time.
I mean, I can see why they randomize emerald locations for like the dynamic factor.
Yeah.
But it's still get that goddamn radar.
It's mostly. I think you do lose points for every hint you get. So I think it's if you know the stage well enough and you use a hint, you won't lose a lot of points for using one thing. And you're like, oh, the Eggman with the red nose. That's the emeralds that here. It's not.
Yeah.
It's if you're gonna be using a radar, a computer hint in a standard level, you're gonna be using all 3. No matter what, because you don't give a shit about your score, you just want the level.
It's just something that it's just something that makes the levels only bearable in hindsight. It's like oh, it's not a problem because I know exactly where that beetle is. Yeah, but did you know on your first playthrough?
Good for you,
yeah.
Sonic Retro.
Like that's my point. You know, it's
The
like
Eggman with the red nose makes no fucking sense to anyone who hasn't explored the level thoroughly, and you
Yeah.
have to use all 3 hints to even get an idea of what portion of the level that
No,
first
no.
hit is
There's
referring to.
a general pattern to computer hints. The first one is meaningless unless if you've played the level, unless if you already know where it's supposed to be. The second one gives you the general idea of it. So like in like it'll say like the Red Room, or if you're in Pumpkin Hill, it'll say like Ghost Mountain. And the third one spells it out for you.
You know,
And
I'm not asking for like to call level of hints. You know, because I feel for some people that made the levels too easy.
Well, unless Tikal went straight through the ground and you had no
Yeah,
idea.
it was still enough to give me a general direction, but I get what you mean.
Okay, well, the thing is that I think that there's like 15 monitors in every stage, and you only need 9, and they're never far apart. Is the thing for me. So I never had a problem finding hints in SA2. Is the thing. So like this level took 10 minutes partially because it took me 4 minutes to find the first key when I was fumbling around like right near it for like 3 of those 4 minutes. So part of that's on me just being a dumbass, but I will there's a reason why these are generally speaking people's least favorite stages in the game. The radar could be fine-tuned quite a bit. I'm not going to deny that.
The radar the radar was perfectly fine in SA1.
SA1 best game confirmed.
I'm pretty sure half of my problems I had with Knuckles' level design here would have been mitigated somewhat if the radar was like SA1.
Yep, agreed.
Anyway, oh, that's right. They have to stay on the park. God damn it.
SA2's better.
It's
better. It's better.
No, it's not,
This
Ted.
is better.
No, it's not. Fuck you, Ted.
Fuck you, Garrett.